All right, what's going on, y'all? I've got a very important video for y'all today, and that's actually dealing with the legal side of Shopify dropshipping. Every once in a while, I get someone that comes and asks me how to avoid getting sued, when to form their business, and these are actually very, very important questions that a lot of beginners skip over. And there's been people, and I know of some people personally, that have been sued doing Shopify dropshipping. There's some things you definitely need to avoid. So that's what we're gonna cover today. I'm first gonna go ahead and cover the question having to deal with forming your business, getting your business legally set up. So with the LLC, DBA, all of that, we'll go ahead and cover that. And then I'm gonna tell you about something you absolutely need to avoid being sued like some other people. But before we get into it, if you guys could please do me a huge favor, smash that like button down below, hit subscribe if you haven't already, leave a comment. I'd love to go ahead and connect with you guys, answer any questions you might have. All right, so the first question that we're gonna cover is when to actually form your business and how should you go about forming your business. This is a question I get asked probably about once a week. It's a very, very good and a very, very important question. So what I recommend to beginners is that you actually start with a sole proprietorship. Once you actually become profitable and you might have a little bit of consistency with profitability, that's when you should then go ahead and form your LLC. Once you then form your LLC, you're gonna get better tax benefits. It's gonna give you an extra added layer of protection in case of a lawsuit or any problem that comes up in that sense. It's gonna give you an extra layer of barriers. So there's definitely a lot of benefits to forming an LLC. So now I also get the question, if you want to have multiple dropshipping businesses, let's say you've got a general store and then you want to have a mid-level niche store, you've got a mid-level niche store and you want to have several specific niche stores, but they're all technically different businesses, how should you form that? So what I typically recommend is that you go ahead and you have an umbrella LLC or holding LLC, and then you can go ahead and set DBAs up underneath that parent LLC. And that's the way a lot of people go ahead and set it up. Now, everything I'm talking about today, I'm not an attorney and I'm not an accountant. I'm not a CPA. So everything that I'm recommending to you is what's been recommended to me by my CPA, my legal counsel, everything like that. And it's been what I've been doing for the last couple of years and what a lot of other people in e-commerce are doing as well. So that's what I suggest. Go ahead, get profitability. Then go ahead and form your LLC, and then when you want to have multiple dropshipping businesses, have a holding or parent company set over top of that. Now, this is obviously very specific to the United States. I don't know the exact specifics of every single country out there, and I get questions all the time. I have many students in the Dropship Fortune program in Australia and Canada, in United Kingdom, Netherlands, all over Europe, and obviously I can't speak to every single country's legalities regarding businesses, but that's something that you can easily go ahead and look into and check with an accountant or attorney, and it is very straightforward, guys. Drop shipping, the business model can seem a little bit different than everything else, but it is very, very straightforward when it comes to actually forming your business. I then also get asked the question, how do you go about forming an LLC or forming a DBA? So there's a couple options you can do. If you want to go ahead and save money, you can go ahead and do this yourself. And you'll need to go through your state's process. Typically, they'll have you fill out forms. You're going to need to run back and forward to a couple places. This is going to save you money, but it is going to take more work and it's going to take more time. If you want to save your time and your work and not have to spend that, but you're going to spend a little bit more, you can have a company like LegalZoom. LegalZoom's who I use. You can have LegalZoom go ahead and form your LLC or your DBA for you, and they'll go ahead and cover absolutely everything. It takes about 15 to 30 days. You'll have everything sent back to you. You'll get your full EIN, everything that you need for tax identification purposes, and it's very, very simple and straightforward. All right, so now let's cover a very, very important question, and that's why certain people have been sued doing Shopify dropshipping. And I actually know of someone in person, I know them that have actually been sued because of Shopify dropshipping, and many other people have at least been threatened to be sued over this. So one thing a lot of beginners do that I see is they'll go ahead and just grab any image offline to use on their store, use with their products, use in their advertising. You guys can't do that. You have to make sure that it's copyright free. So there's 3 methods that I suggest using when you go about this. So the very first one is, if you want to go ahead and use Google Images, you need to go ahead and search by available for reuse. You need to look for a reuse license. This means that you are allowed to reuse this picture on your store for advertising whatever you want. And this has been a mistake a lot of beginners have made. They think they can just come in and do this, and many people have actually been sued because they use just a regular Google image that's actually copyrighted, and then they get sued for it. And the scary part is there's actually people that their entire job, the way they make money, is they'll post a picture to Google Images or a certain site, and they'll then go ahead and scan the internet. They'll use different tools to scan the internet to see if anybody else is using their image, and then when they do, that's when they go ahead and sue them. And that's their whole business model. It's very, very shady, and actually kind of scary that people do stuff like that. But people will go ahead and essentially throw an image out there, copyright it, and then scan for it to try to go ahead and sue someone for money. So you definitely want to protect yourself. Now, the ways I like to protect myself is actually using high quality, royalty-free image sites. And these sites I've been using for years now, and I've actually been talking about them for years. And there's several out there. Two of the biggest ones that I like to use are Pexels.com and StockSnap.io. Both of these are great. And the beautiful thing about these is they're high quality images. Now you can also go ahead and pay for images on something like Shutterstock. That's also protecting you. But if you want to go the free route, you can go ahead and look on a site like Pexels or StockSnap, and it's going to give you that high quality image. Now, pro tip, once you go ahead and download one of these images, run it through a free online compressor. This will go ahead and protect your site speed with your e-commerce site, so you're not actually losing loading speed with one of these good images on your site. But this is going to help your branding go even further. You wouldn't believe how many times I see when I go on people's Shopify store, and the very first thing I see is their header photo, and it's not compressed. Their site loads really slow, and it's not a high quality image. It looks really grainy and just not good. And you want to go ahead and have that good branding, guys. So that's the big tip. So those are the things I wanted to go and cover today. These are questions I get all the time. It's forming your business, and then not getting sued by using copyright images. Now, both of these topics I can go in great detail on each one. There's a lot of specifics, especially with the legality of forming your business. And I've got several of my businesses set up in different ways depending on what type of business they are. So I can definitely go ahead and do more detailed videos on that if you guys want. There's other legal topics having to do with dropshipping or e-commerce that we can talk about as well. So definitely go ahead and leave any questions you have down below. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, because many of the questions that I'm putting out here, I've been asking on Instagram what people want me to do videos on, and these actually came from that. So definitely go ahead and follow me on Instagram, be part of that next Q&A. If you could, please go ahead and smash that like button, hit subscribe if you haven't already, leave a comment down below. I'm here to help you guys succeed and create your own freedom lifestyle. Keep grinding, y'all, and I'll see you in the next video.